Here's what they don't tell you about pickup trucks from the past. Some of them were actually banned from racing because they were too dangerous. You know that feeling when you see a car on the street today and think, wow, that's fast? Well, imagine driving something back in the 1960s that could embarrass most modern sports cars. These weren't just work trucks. They were monsters that broke speed records, got banned from races, and sometimes literally broke themselves apart from their own power. In this video, I'm going to show you 15 pickup trucks that were so insanely powerful for their time that they changed everything we thought we knew about what a truck could do. Let me start with a story that'll blow your mind. Picture this. It's 1970, and you roll up to a drag strip in what looks like a regular work truck. The guy next to you in his shiny new muscle car starts laughing. He's probably thinking, what's this work truck doing here? 5 seconds later, his jaw is on the ground as you disappear into the distance, leaving nothing but tire smoke and the sound of a screaming V8. That wasn't just a dream. It actually happened with some of these trucks. The thing is, most people think pickup trucks were always slow, heavy work vehicles that were only good for hauling dirt and lumber. But here's what really happened. In the late 1950s and through the muscle car era, truck manufacturers realized something absolutely crazy. They could take the same massive engines they were putting in their fastest cars and drop them into truck bodies. The result? Vehicles that could haul your boat on Saturday and outrun a Corvette on Sunday. But it gets even better. These weren't just fast trucks. They were engineering experiments that pushed the limits of what was possible. Some of them were so powerful that they literally couldn't put all their power to the ground. Others were so fast that drag strips started creating special classes just for them. And a few were so dangerous that insurance companies refused to cover them. Let's dive into our first truck that shocked the world. The 1970 Chevrolet El Camino SS with the LS6 454 engine. Now, technically some people argue whether the El Camino counts as a truck or a car, but when it's got a truck bed and can tow stuff, I'm calling it a truck. This thing pumped out 450 horsepower when most cars were making half that. To put that in perspective, a 1970 Volkswagen Beetle made 46 horsepower. This El Camino made almost 10 times more power. The LS6 generated so much torque that it could twist the frame if you weren't careful. Only about 500 were ever made with this engine, which tells you just how special and terrifying this beast was. But here's the crazy part about the El Camino. It looked completely innocent. From the front, it looked like any other Chevelle. But that truck bed in the back meant you could throw your camping gear in there and still embarrass Ferraris at red lights. It was the ultimate sleeper vehicle and nobody saw it coming. The second truck on our list is even more insane. The 1978 Dodge Warlock wasn't just powerful, it was completely bonkers. Dodge decided to make a truck that looked like it belonged in a post-apocalyptic movie, complete with massive tires, wild graphics, and a stance that screamed, "I'm here to cause trouble." Under the hood, they offered everything from a 318 V8 all the way up to the legendary 446 pack. The top engine option made this thing fly in ways that defied physics. It was like someone took a normal pickup truck and fed it nothing but protein powder and pure rage for 6 months. What made the Warlock special wasn't just the power, it was the attitude. This truck didn't care about being practical or sensible. It was built for people who wanted everyone to know they were coming from 3 blocks away. Speaking of weird and powerful, let's talk about the Ford Ranchero Cobra Jet from 1969. The Ranchero Cobra Jet hit the streets with 370 horsepower, which was absolutely insane for something that could carry lumber. Ford basically took their hottest muscle car engine and said, "What if we put this in something practical?" The answer was beautiful chaos. The Cobra Jet engine was the same power plant that made the Mustang Boss 302 famous, but in the Ranchero's lighter body, it created something even more dangerous. Here's what made the Ranchero special. It was a businessman's hot rod. You could show up to a construction site during the day, haul materials, and look completely professional. Then at night, you could take it to the drag strip and run 13-second quarter miles. It was the perfect dual personality vehicle. Now here's where the story gets really interesting, and this is something most people don't know. See, back in the day, these trucks weren't just about bragging rights or weekend fun. They were actually solving a real problem that working people faced every day. Contractors, farmers, and regular working folks needed something that could haul heavy loads during the week, but still be enjoyable to drive on weekends. Regular trucks were slow and boring. Sports cars were fast, but useless for work. These powerful trucks gave them both capabilities in one package, and that's why they became so popular so fast. The 1971 GMC Sprint is a perfect example of this dual-purpose philosophy. It was basically a rebadged El Camino, but GMC gave it their own twist with different styling and marketing. With the right engine option, this thing could run low 13-second quarter miles while still being able to haul a half-ton of gravel. That's like having a racehorse that can also plow a field. The Sprint proved that you didn't have to choose between practical and fun. You could have both. But let's talk about the truck that made everyone else nervous, the 1969 Ford F-350 Super Camper Special. This wasn't your typical pickup, and calling it powerful is like calling a hurricane windy. Ford built this specifically for people who wanted to haul massive campers and trailers, so they dropped in their biggest, nastiest engines. We're talking about engines that made over 400 horsepower in a truck that weighed as much as a small building. The 429 Super Cobra jet engine was an absolute monster that could pull a house off its foundation if you hooked it up right. The result was something that could tow anything you could legally attach to it, but also accidentally outrun most sports cars if you weren't careful with the gas pedal. Picture this. You're driving down the highway with a massive camper trailer behind you, and some guy in a Camaro tries to race you. You floor it, and suddenly you're pulling away from him while towing 8,000 pounds. That's the kind of ridiculous scenario these trucks made possible. Here's something that'll surprise you and blow your mind at the same time: the Chevrolet C10 with the L88 engine option. Most people have never heard of this combination because it was so rare and expensive that hardly anyone could afford it. The L88 was the same engine Chevrolet used in their absolute fastest Corvettes, making over 430 horsepower of pure, unleashed fury. But here's the kicker: in a lightweight truck body, this combination was absolutely ridiculous. It was like putting a rocket engine in a shopping cart, except the shopping cart could haul lumber. Only a handful of these were ever made because they cost more than most people's houses. But the few that were built became legends. They could run quarter miles in the low 12-second range, which was supercar territory back then. Imagine showing up to a drag strip in what looked like a work truck and running times that would embarrass a Lamborghini. The International Harvester Scout with a 392 V8 is another forgotten monster. International wasn't messing around when they built this thing. The 392 engine was a truck motor through and through, designed to pull mountains if needed. But in the lighter Scout body, it created something that could climb any hill and still burn rubber on command. Now, here's where things got really out of hand. The 1977 Dodge Power Wagon with a 440 six-pack engine. The Power Wagon embodied toughness with its factory-equipped four-wheel drive and rugged styling, but this particular version was something special. The 440 six-pack was one of Mopar's most brutal engines, and putting it in a truck that was already built like a tank created something that was basically unstoppable. But here's the problem these trucks created: they were almost too good at what they did. The 1973 Chevrolet Chevelle SS El Camino was so fast that it started embarrassing actual muscle cars. Insurance companies started charging massive premiums because these things were getting into accidents left and right. Young guys would buy them thinking they were getting a practical truck and end up with something that could kill them if they weren't careful. The GMC Caballero from 1978 was another sleeper hit. Most people looked at it and saw a boring work truck. What they didn't know was that you could order it with the same engine that powered the Pontiac Trans Am. Suddenly, your work truck could outrun most of the sports cars on the road. Speaking of surprises, the 1974 Ford Courier with a Mazda rotary engine was completely different, but equally crazy. Instead of brute force, this little truck used high-tech Japanese engineering to create something that revved to the moon and back. It was like someone took a motorcycle engine and stretched it out to fit in a truck. The Dodge D100 Adventurer from 1975 might look tame, but don't let that fool you. With the right engine package, this thing was packing some serious heat. Dodge realized that truck buyers wanted something that looked respectable but could still lay rubber when needed. The adventure delivered both in spades. Here's one that most people forget: the 1976 Jeep J10 Honcho with a 401 V8. Jeep built this thing for people who needed serious off-road capability but didn't want to sacrifice power. The 401 engine was a torque monster that could pull a house off its foundation. In the J10's relatively light body, it created something that was unstoppable both on and off the road. Finally, let's talk about the truck that probably shouldn't have existed: the 1979 Ford F-150 with a 460 V8. This was the last hurrah before emissions regulations killed the fun. The 460 was Ford's biggest, most powerful truck engine, and in the F-150, it created something that was absolutely ridiculous. We're talking about a regular pickup truck that could tow anything you hook to it and still outrun traffic on the highway. But here's what happened to all these powerful trucks. The late 1970s brought strict emissions regulations and fuel economy requirements. Suddenly, these gas-guzzling monsters became illegal to build. Insurance costs skyrocketed. Gas prices went through the roof. The party was over. The problem was that these trucks were ahead of their time in the worst possible way. They had supercar power but truck safety equipment. They could go incredibly fast but had brakes designed for going slow. They were like giving a loaded gun to a teenager. Technically impressive, but potentially dangerous. Many of these trucks also suffered from their own success. The engines were so powerful that they would literally shake the truck apart. Transmissions couldn't handle the torque. Rear ends would explode under the stress. They were amazing when they worked, but they spent a lot of time broken. Today, these trucks are incredibly valuable because everyone realizes what we lost. The GMC Hummer EV Pickup commands attention with its aggressive design and high-tech features. Its tri-motor setup produces a whopping 1,000 horsepower, showing that we're finally getting back to that level of truck power, but with modern safety and technology. The legacy of these powerful trucks lives on in today's performance pickups. Every time you see a modern truck that can do 0 to 60 in under 5 seconds, remember that the idea started back in the 1960s and 70s with these crazy machines. They proved that trucks didn't have to be slow, and that lesson changed the entire automotive industry. These 15 trucks weren't just transportation, they were statements. They said that working people deserve to have fun too. They proved that practical didn't have to mean boring. And they showed the world that sometimes the best way to move forward is to put way too much engine in something and see what happens. The next time someone tells you that old trucks were slow, show them this list. These machines would embarrass most modern performance cars, and they did it while being able to haul your groceries home afterward. If you want to see more insane vehicles that were way ahead of their time, check out our video on the fastest cars that got banned from racing.